Charyzah,
Oh my gosh, we're recording. That's cool.
have you ever gone hiking?
Ooh, yes, I have.
Oh shit, how was it?
You're gonna be like, where? I thought I was gonna die. I had a nosebleed. I got a nosebleed while we were hiking, and my glasses fell into the river.
When was this?
And like
Yeah.
the trek, it was like February, and the trek it was like the first time ever hiking. My cousin was like, "This is the easiest trail ever. Don't worry about it." And I was thinking of like, oh, this is gonna be like one of those like fake hiking things where it's like there's a trail and
Yeah.
it's safe, and you just take pictures at the parts that don't have the trail. But no, it was a real hiking experience. We hiked from like 2 a.m. all the way until 3 p.m. And the downhill trek was the worst part. I was scared to death because I was wearing like very like frictionless shoes. And
Yeah.
so I thought I was gonna die when we were going down because it was a steep hill, it was a steep slope, and there wasn't anything for me to hold on to. And I legit was like pushing my hand into the dirt so I could have something to hold on to and holding like grass and stuff. And this girl was helping me out. Like she was holding my hand, pulling me down, and I fell in the river, bro. I fell in the
Fuck.
river.
And you had
So
your bag
yeah, I
too,
went,
right?
huh?
You had your bag too?
Yeah, I had my bag too. Shout out to Kankin for keeping everything dry.
Y'all Robin's the shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. No, like I so when I say I went camping, I more so mean camping did me. Like I didn't go camping. Camping made me it's you know to the nun.
You still have like, are your core group of friends, like, do they still go, are they the ones that go hiking?
Well, my core group of friends uh here in Manila did not go hiking with me. It was actually just my cousin. And then in Cebu, no, we haven't gone hiking. And then in Chicago, that's just so far.
What about your college friends?
Oh yeah, no, they did not go hiking with me. They however laughed at me after I told them what happened. So that's okay.
what type of people are you usually surrounded with?
um it's a even split between people that are super goal oriented and have big dreams and big plans in their life, or people that are very laid back and love to just draw and make art and live in the moment. So it's an even split between the two. But either way, I will always describe them as extensions of myself, always, no matter who I'm with.
Yeah, I'm glad because like I don't know. I really think the people you surround yourself with really affect you as a person. You know?
It's very true. It's
Yeah,
very true.
yeah,
That's why I think when it comes to like uh, kind of in your life, when you have to make those judgment calls, you do have to have that same amount of, I guess I could, I guess, ruthlessness when it comes to picking your friends, because those are the people you're surrounding yourself with. Those are the people you are choosing
yeah.
to let impact your life, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have
And
do your friends play like a big role in your writing process?
do my friends actually? No, they don't. Um, I think my friends play a big part in the post writing process. Like if I really write a good piece, I will show it to my friends.
Mhm.
Um, but in terms of like where my writing comes from, a lot of my writing, because there's someone once said that in order to create art, you must experience sadness, and I
Yeah.
can never find sadness in my friends. So they aren't a big inspiration in terms of making me sad. But like in terms of being introspective and discovering myself, some of those insights do end up in the poems, or some of the insights that I give to them afterwards, like when I talk about what happened, come from the poems. Like, I think my poems, the biggest person that has an influence on them is like external and internal chaps. It's all me. But it's about like kind of my reaction to something that has happened or
Yeah.
something that is going on in my head. Because
Uh-huh.
it's so easy to overthink nowadays. Yeah.
Judging by how you write, I feel like you're a very abstract person. Like especially
Yes.
on like my favorite thing of yours was Statue of Limitations.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
Yes.
that was the fucking best. And
Thank you.
like, for the sake of whoever's watching, can you like elaborate your analogy of it?
Okay. So actually, let me see. Where is Statue of Limitations? As a poet, you'd think I'd be no. As a poet, I shouldn't be organized.
You should have.
I should be scattered into pieces in my apartment, just like how my poems are scattered parts of my existence. Let me find it. I actually don't remember what some of the parts are. But Statue of Limitations, I think the biggest metaphor that I pulled from it, um, it's kind of about a sculptor
Mhm.
sculpting you. And in giving the instructions to the sculptor on how I want to end up, it's kind of how I'm dictating my legacy. And it's also I wrote it during kind of pivotal points in government situations, not just in the Philippines but around the world, right?
Yeah.
And it was my biggest message to say, like, those that leave a mark on this world do not leave one by remaining silent. And that's my biggest thing about it, because you can't sculpt stone quietly, right? You can't break stone peacefully. You have to chip at rock in order to make things happen. So I'm gonna find it. It's somewhere here. I swear to God, it's somewhere here.
How the hell did you think of that?
um, I was in the bathroom and I was like, I forgot what I was saying. Because a lot sometimes I'll look in the mirror and I'll have like this monologue going on,
Yeah.
and that's actually where a lot of my entries, my journal entries, will come from. And I think I was looking at the mirror and I was just like, I remember just looking at the mirror and saying, man, if you must sculpt me like a memory. And then I was like, oh shit! And then I grabbed my notebook.
Good lord.
And I was just like, oh shit, I should do something with that. No, yeah.
Yeah.
And the biggest inspiration I think for it was this quote from Nietzsche,
Uh,
which said, we have art in order not to die from the truth. And kind of the way I wanted to tie that into the metaphor is, so make me into art and give me some semblance of truth in this world, where farce and lying is so common. Make me into something that is both true and a manipulation of myself, because I'm dictating how I want to be sculpted, but I'm also letting that be my legacy. So it's like there's truth in it, but there's also manipulation in it, which I think is how it works for anybody's legacy that they're going to leave behind, or their biography.
yeah.
It's always going to be some form of truth, but also some form of manipulation, I think.
Who are the different sculptors that made you?
Oh shit, that's a good ass question. Oh my god, that was amazing. I lost my cursing bet. Dang it.
Sorry, Nuds.
Sorry, nuns. Oh my god, who are the sculptors that sculpted me? I would like to think that the if we are to look at my writing
Yeah.
and how that's evolved in terms of like as an evolution of myself, I think the biggest sculptors that sculpted me are my mom, without a doubt my mom, without a doubt my dad. And that's because like my mom kind of showed me this concept that, you know, even things that are very good and something that you love so much can hurt you. And I think that's something important that every daughter needs to know, because I think some children are very quick to become resentful to their parents because they aren't living up to an expectation of parenthood, when we forget that they are living up to the closest expectation that they can as humans, you know? And that's something that I think my mom really taught me. And in teaching me that, she created a very balanced, do we dare call me balanced? Balanced, stable, and creating a very like balanced person, in that, you know, I understand that sometimes growth comes with opposition, and that's what makes growth more important. Because I remember like some of the really big things I did, my mom was like, no, 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 don't do that. And like those are things that I don't regret.
Uh-huh.
And she doesn't regret either. And if I had never taken that leap, I would have never experienced that growth. And then my dad, because he's like this philosopher dude who just went to a monastery to get free education and then said yeet after he got a job, right?
Good.
Like he inspires me in every way, just because he has never told me that I can't do something. And I think that created kind of, if we were to relate it to my sculpture, that created that solidified me. It turned me into something that could become something, you know, that could stand for a very long time. Because it's very hard uh, when you're growing up and you feel like you can't do anything. It's very hard to feel that way and not have anyone tell you otherwise, right? Like it's
Yeah.
always so nice to have someone tell you that you can do it. Yeah. So my dad is that guy. My mom is like, but my mom is the but, and my dad is like, yeah, jump off the cliff, you can do it, you'll be safe. And I was just like, but maybe we should just take the stairs. So I think they're very interesting dichotomy. Very interesting. I'm glad they met each other. Thank God.
Very balanced, as you said.
They're very balanced. They're very balanced. Yeah. I think that is also what I seek because of them. I think that's what I seek in life in general. And I think then that's why the other thing that sculpted me is both the very, very good blessings in my life and also the traumatic or just upsetting moments in my life. I think those equally sculpted me, because I think, like, you know, I'm not going to deny that bad things have happened,
Yeah.
but I'm also not going to deny that wonderful things have happened in the same breath, right? So yeah, I think those sculpted me. My best friends,
Uh-huh.
by God, they are a huge part of why I am so obnoxiously confident. Right.
I'm glad all of you are
And
fucking models, dude.
future nuns. No, yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's like, I think, you know, something comes from being in that industry. Like where you think like you have to look a certain way in order to be valuable and desirable. I
Yeah.
think that takes a toll on you as well. And it's very nice to have people that can relate to that. And I also have like my friends that, you know, they have no idea uh what I'm complaining about, because it seems so primitive,
Mm-hmm.
but they will listen, they'll understand, and they always are there for me. And I think that's something I'm really blessed to have. I have surrounded myself with people that are really there for
Damn.
me. Damn,
That's so fucking cool.
you one of them, yo.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to be one of them. Oh my god.
I like burped a little there. I hope you didn't hear it, but I announced it, so what's the point?
Yeah. Okay, so there are a lot of people that are in your life that
Right.
sculpted you, right?
Yes.
What about the people you've seen once, like the strangers? Because you seem like a worldly person. Have
Oh,
you?
thank you.
Yeah.
Have I ever? Yes, all the time. I
uh,
feel like just my personality doesn't
uh,
allow me to see a stranger as a stranger. And that's kind of weird, but wait, actually, shit, you know, that's a hold up. I wrote this in my journals. when I was younger. Hold up, let me find it. Now you just see my head dipping. 1 second. Ugh, I have so many things. Dude, you know one of my students, when they were talking to me, I was like looking for my pen, and
Yeah.
she was like, I don't think you'll find anything because your room is messy. And I was like, excuse me, you see the minimalist part of my room. It's not that bad. Yeah, so this journal is from when I was like 14 years old. And one entry I wrote here was, church has at least 10 people that have a story. There's a word for the day you realize everyone has something to say. I think the lady who sings like she cries in the church pews has something to say, but I can't hear it because the echo is too loud. And so like she's impacted me in some way. And there's more. I think there's another one. There's this lady on the bus, and I said, so it just says she's holding a green puffy bag that never left her hand. I think this woman is built on fun patterns and a sad story. I just know it. Her hair is dead. It looks about as white as snow in Chicago and about as brittle as the leaves on the floor. Then there's the man that prayed. I only ever heard him say, please help my daughter and my granddaughter and my job. I don't know why I walked away. I want to know what his prayers were, and I want to know if God will grant them. Aww, church.
Damn. My mind is
But
so
yeah, and they came.
blown.
Oh, sorry. They came with like ugly doodles.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. It says for this one, what was she muttering? Oh, and then I put the word sonder. It's a noun, and it's the realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. And this leads to the question: does it matter? That's it.
Holy Sonder.
Sonder. Yeah, that's actually I think when I first did my first writing internship, which by the way I scammed my way into enjoying writing. Like I did not enjoy writing at all
How'd you do it?
as a kid. Like I they had this thing in like 2013. My best friend was like, "Yo, you want to make some cash over the summer?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, let's do it!" And she was like, "There's this after school matters program." And basically, what they do is you are an intern for whatever we'll start off as an apprentice. You're an apprentice for whatever artistic field you want to learn. And I really wanted to take up animation, so I
Was
submitted
this
my
in Chicago?
yeah, in Chicago. It's called
Uh-huh.
After School Matters. Yeah. And you have to be an apprentice for whatever thing you want. And I put, and they made the mistake of putting the prices for each apprenticeship. So
Yeah.
I applied for the one that paid the most money, which was writing, because I want to make money.
Yeah.
and and I applied for that, and I had like writing pieces because the grade prior, my teacher would punish us. He would be like, you have to write essays every time. You have to write 5 essays a month because you guys are so talkative and annoying. And I asked him, I was like, does it have to be an essay though? Can it be like a short story? And I ended up writing that that year. I ended up writing like 50 short stories and poems. And it's because I didn't dare, because he would give you a topic. He'd be like, the topic today is dust. And I'd be like, huh? So I wrote a story about dust. I remember it was about this boy, or no, it was about this alien craft ship, and it was watching over the earth, and they were fighting over this button, and then they end up both accidentally pressing the button. And what ended up happening was Earth didn't explode, but the people that were controlling it ended up being turned into dust. And that was how I related it to dust.
Holy
And so I submitted that shit. And I was just like, yeah. And they're like, do you love writing? And I'm like, yes. I've always loved writing. It's like my passion. It's my goal. I've always wanted to be Ernest
Ernest
Hemingway.
Hemingway.
I've always wanted to be Ernest Hemingway's, like that, like saying it wrong and everything. And they were like, oh, okay, well, we need people of color to fill the diversity check.
People of
So we'll
color.
take you. I don't know. But so yeah, I ended up getting into the writing one, and that was when I kind of realized that actually there might be some things that I can there might be something I can do with this. This might be something I like, and I still have the journal from that whole adventure because I did that for 4 years.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh my God, I might actually have to call myself a writer. Like, I don't think I'm lying anymore. Like, I actually know who Ernest Hemingway is now.
Is Ernest
But
Hemingway
yeah.
the baby shoes guy?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. He's also the guy that like hid in the woods naked for like months in order to create um I don't want to say the wrong one because then people will be like, "Oh, you're not a writer," but a form of writing. I want to say transcendentalism, but I don't think it's correct. I don't think it's right. Don't sue me. I don't think it is. Never mind. But Ernest Hemingway was naked in the woods, and that is totally something like he just hid there, and people like because he was like he was having a hard time dealing with society, and he had anxiety and stuff. So he like was just like screw it. I'm famous. I'm hiding in the woods. That's it.
Holy fuck. I did not
Yeah.
know
So
that.
that is a fun fact. I'm actually gonna fact check myself because like there's too much fake news on the internet. Let me just make sure that Ernest Hemingway is the one that went into the woods.
That's so fucking cool.
Yes, there are
Yes?
even pictures. There are even pictures of him naked, like topless, not naked,
No way.
topless with a shotgun in the woods.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm searching for it right now.
And then I'm wrong, and then people are like, "You're spreading Hemingway
It's
propaganda." That is
Hemingway.
incorrect. Let the man live in peace. Let the man and his beard live in
Oh
peace.
damn! I see him naked.
Yeah, right. Ernest
Oh,
Hemingway,
what a
truly a man of his time.
such
I'm
a.
gonna look up who is the father of transcendentalism so I can be like, I also know who he is. No, no, bro.
Yeah.
Wait. I need to try something again. I think I'm wrong. Wait,
What?
Emerson. I think it's Ralph Waldo Emerson that hid in the woods. Did Ralph Waldo Emerson hide in the woods? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I don't think Ernest Hemingway lived in the woods. I'm spreading Hemingway propaganda.
Was that Henry David Thoreau?
Henry David Thoreau actually wrote the book about it. He wrote a book called Did Ernest Hemingway Live in the Woods? Or no, what the fuck? Ralph Waldo Emerson live in the woods. Oh my god, my brain is everywhere. Basta, there was an E and they were white and they lived in the woods and they wrote forever.
Max Ernst.
Was he the one that lived in the... No.
I don't know. I'm guessing it had an E.
Okay, and he's white. Okay, fine. I really,
Yeah.
can I just pretend that every writer from like the 1920s to the 1950s lived in the woods and just leave it at that? I think that's okay. But no, it clearly says here that Ralph Waldo Emerson was a hermit. Okay, I'm sorry, Ernest Hemingway. You can chill with your shotgun and your shirtless pics. In peace. But yes, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Oh yeah, people, strangers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, every single like I wrote that those specifically have impacted me because those are people that like they live in our apartment building and they always go to the same church, the same bus as us. So I always see them and I never interact with them and I do want to know like what story does a woman who is like 87 years old with like white hair that is dyed green at the bottom, Billie Eilish, who like who like wears like glitter and a purple and like bedazzled visor. What is her story? Like what is her life like? And I was telling my dad about it and I was like, I bet like I bet even with all of her ex, eccentricities, even with all her quirks, I
Yeah.
think like there's something about her that is profoundly sad. Like I just feel like something about her is sad. And my dad is just like, why does someone have to be sad in order to be colorful? And I was like, it just makes sense.
Vincent Van
And I
Gogh.
don't know. It's Vincent Van Gogh.
It's Vincent Van Gogh,
It's
dude.
Ralph Waldo Emerson, who lived in the woods.
So much fucking better than the woods.
Okay, there's a lot of men in the woods. This is why you don't go to the
I
woods
don't
at
go
night,
in the woods.
kids. Because
You
you
see
might
Gator
run
Bears.
into the father of transcendentalism. But yeah. What about you? Has there ever been a person, like a stranger, that has profoundly impacted your life, but they've never let them in your life?
Profoundly impacted.
That has
I
never entered.
huh. I haven't thought of that, but there's this one guy on this bridge in New York, and he had like a small dollhouse, and he
Oh.
was selling little squares of cardboard. And if you buy the cardboard, he'll give you paint. So you paint on the cardboard and you hang it. You hang it on the wall of the dollhouse.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is so nice.
I know. And he said, hey kid, where you from? And I said I was from Cebu. And he was like, I
He
got ran
really
over by
sounded
a
like
he said, I got ran over by a motorcycle in Mandawi. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, my leg's
good
fucked up.
for what?
So fucking
In this economy. Oh my god.
I know.
This guy.
Uh,
I wow. I love that that's how he's always gonna remember Taboo.
right? I
The
got
place
run
where
over
his
by a
leg
motorcycle
was
there.
up. I that is so interesting.
I
Dude,
know.
I love that. I wanna be that. I wanna be the
Right
old man on the
on the
bridge
bridge, just
handing out
chilling.
like specifically I wanna be the old man. Like I refuse to be the old woman on the bridge. Like I want to be the old profound man with his dollhouse and his vendetta against Mandawa and like probably eating apples with a knife or something. Hey kid, want to hear about how I lost my leg? It was right after Sinew Log. And that's about it.
I fucking love how you added the apple with the knife detail.
I think this is a genuine belief that I have. If you are eating an apple with a knife, you have something that you want to tell the world.
Yeah.
And like and I was really and I remember I ate and for me there's okay how you eat an apple says a lot about you. Okay, if
Yeah.
you eat an apple with a knife you have a lot that you want to say to the world. You're like an old soul that is like learning and or you're probably like Michael Caine or something, you know. And if you eat the apple kind of just like sliced, like you
Yeah.
slice it and everything, you're like a soccer mom living your good healthy life. Like you love talking about how good quinoa is and everything like that, and all the superfoods, right?
Yeah.
That's you. And then you probably have like a TikTok dedicated to creating like cute lunches for your kids. But then if you like eat apples just like raw, like you
The
just go
Steve Jobs.
like that, you're an asshole. Like you were just an asshole. And I eat apples like that. That's it. That's my only observation about apples. Because if if you see an apple and you think, ah yes, finally, a food with which I have to peel nothing to get to the center. Finally, you're an asshole.
See, this is why I brought you in. Cause like you just fucking see like you can correlate anything to everything.
Yeah. This is why I didn't do so well in statistics. But yeah, that's true. I think that's something that we said we have in common. Like
Yeah,
there are just things in life that shouldn't make sense, but they do.
but it does. Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like, oh, it just makes sense that the sunset looks like that, or it just makes sense that when it's rainy, I feel kind of sadder than usual. No, no, no. I'm talking about like, it makes sense that when I'm taking a shower, I hate how the cold feels until I get used to it because that's what it's like in everything new that you try in your life. It's going to be that splash of cold water, but then suddenly you acclimate to that temperature and it's no longer something you fear. Or it makes sense that, oh, yeah, of course, I wasn't scared when I cut my hand for the first time because I never knew what it felt like. But every other time afterwards, you're scared to go near a knife after you've hurt yourself. That's how it is in everything in life, where you're never scared of the first experience. You're scared of the subsequent experiences that came from the scarring of the first experience, right?
Yeah.
And like that, those are the things in life that shouldn't make sense, but they do. And I think that's where a lot of poetry comes from, a lot of writing comes from. It's in saying, hey, did you ever feel this way? And then equating it to something that everybody must have felt in their life when they touched their hand on the stove, when they were scared to meet someone for the first time, when they felt butterflies in their stomach. Equating that to something so abstract makes it into a universal experience. Yeah.
My mind is like so fucking blown with that.
I feel like I have to make Bawe because I thought I got Emerson and Hemingway mixed up. So I have to like remind people that
Yeah.
I read. Like, yes, I read. Don't worry.
Like, gotta fucking spit them bars. Just
Yeah, just be like, wait a second. Do you have anything in your life that you've ever felt like, oh yeah, shit, I didn't realize that explained this experience so well? Has that ever happened to you?
I had so much. Wait. Ah, the moment you said that, every experience just like went out.
That happens. That happens. That's normal.
There's so much. Holy shit.
I'm trying to
Ah,
find like I know there is this thing in my phone. Yes, I found it.
what is it?
Go no, tell me your thing first. I want to hear your thing first.
Hmm. Dude. Wait, this is so fucking hard. Wait.
Anything like
Huh. I
the
know.
met. Do you
Yeah.
hear my swallowing? Do you like hear my swallowing aggressively?
No, no, I
So
don't.
loud. Okay, I was scared. Okay, go.
I guess so I have this uncle and he would bring his classmates from college to stay in our house. And and oh my god, okay, yeah. So so my uncle studied in Milan and his classmates are from everywhere, right?
Oh shit, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
So so he brought his friends from Spain or from Chile or from Ireland or from Lebanon, and there's Belgium and there's India and there's like so much,
Dang,
yeah, there's
he's
so much.
got the whole It's a Small World
Yeah,
hanging out with him.
yeah, I know. And um each of those people um somehow molded my personality in a way, I
That
guess.
explains why you're so cool.
Cause
I
a
love
fucking drunk Irish person taught me how to be cool, I guess.
Oh, I mean, if it works, it
It works,
works.
it works. But yeah, there are like so much people. I just because they live with us for at least like 3 months, and like I just find myself like um getting these quirks and like integrating it into my personality. I can't really point them out right now because I don't know. I just can't think of it. But yeah,
We'll make a
um,
chart next time.
yeah, I should make a chart.
Make a
And
thorough chart.
yeah, super.
A
Um,
Henry David Thoreau chart.
Henry David Thoreau chart in the woods.
I don't even know who was in the woods anymore. I give up on that metaphor, man.
Dude, we
That
should
fun
go
fact.
hiking. We should go
Yeah,
hiking
we
and just
should go
leave the group.
hiking.
Leave the group and start writing. Quotes.
And just start hiding in the woods. Oh my god, no. I feel like what is it? The aswang will find us. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh,
It
I
is
have
so
one.
interesting. Okay, go.
I have one. There was this. There was this Japanese lady. I
Okay.
sat beside. I sat beside her on the first grade,
Hmm.
and every day she would draw anime bikini girls. She would draw anime bikini girls, and I would look at her, and I had a crush on her. Like I liked her a lot. So you know,
And the anime bikini girls.
yeah.
They're
So
equal. They had equal
right.
footing.
So to impress her, I spent the whole fucking summer uh learning how to draw anime shit.
That is so cute.
I know, and at the end of summer, my parents went, "Surprise, you're transferring to an all-boys school."
So I learned how to draw anime for
Yeah,
nothing.
for fucking nothing.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. You let your 3D girl crush enter you into the 2D girl world.
So
And
I'm
then
yeah,
mhm,
you
and then
first
you entered the 1D world because
one
it was
deep
an all boys school.
fucking all boy. I was so pissed off. I was I was alone with no girl to impress, and I have drawing skills that I did for nothing. And now I'm in fucking art school because some Japanese girl was drawing bikini girls beside me at first grade.
This is my favorite origin story ever. So you're telling I am so happy that this is what caused it. Mine was a scam. Like I scammed
You
my
scammed
way into
yourself.
loving like I really just said I'm trying to make money. Uh-oh. Now I'm a writer. Oh my god, I love it. Thank you, random
Thank
Japanese
you,
lady.
random shit. So much random
Or
shit.
should
Really,
or should we say arigato?
gozaimasu.
Oh
So
my
much random
god.
shit that you'll never expect really changes you as a person
That
without
is
you
so true.
knowing until like a
That is so
decade
true.
later.
That is so true. I definitely agree with that. I
Yeah.
used to think that like this is a habit I got into I think when I got into as existentialism very early on, I think. When I was like 9,
Uh-huh.
I had this habit. No, when did Shark Boy and Lava Girl come out? That's my benchmark.
2006?
2005. Okay. I was
Uh-huh.
like 6. I was probably 6.
Uh-huh.
So like I was 6 and I wrote this letter to myself and
Uh-huh.
it says, Dear Charyzah, in the future, your favorite color is pink. Your favorite movie is The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Um, please let me know how you're doing. And that's it. And then it just said, I just want to remember that you like this. And to this day, I will never stop liking The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl for that very reason, because I'm trying to I'm trying to make her happy.
What the
Because,
fuck?
yeah. And then, like, what ended up happening afterwards is I would, in random journals, just the most random journals or pieces of paper, it would just say, I want to remember this. And it would write down what my daily routine is. And I think I'm very happy I have those because, for example, when I lived in Cebu, before I met anybody, before I even joined a pageant, before I did anything, before my hair was black, I was blonde with bangs for crying out loud. Before I was before I was like I guess the version of myself that is me now. Um, I had I just woke up. It literally the routine was wake up, go to work at Ate, stop by Mama G and get food, go home. And then it was a detailed description of how I felt in every car ride, where it was like the lights would be moving and I'd be looking out, and then I see like oh my god, what's the name of that? Park Lane. I'd see Park Lane, those lights, and that's how I know I'm close to home and everything. And like I remember writing down, like, you know, you always think that your daily routine is with how your life is gonna be forever until this becomes something that you forget. And that's why I want to write it down, because I don't want to ever forget when things seemed forgettable. You know?
I'm gonna
And
start.
like you should definitely start. I really recommend that, because you never realize what parts of your life were so impactful
Yeah.
until they have already left their impact. You never realize it. And that's something I did before. Like, I think it's just really interesting just to think about how your routine has changed. Because my routine right now is definitely not going to be my routine next year or something. And I want to be able to, I don't know, just remember that. Not even to find any deeper meaning in it. Just, it's important to remember things. Yeah.
I should write my quarantine routine.
Right? Man,
My
there's a pun in
quarantine.
chloroquine. Yes.
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 Yes. Fucking A, man. I love that. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Oh my
Wow.
god, wait. Oh, right. Wait. There's a notes in my phone,
Yes.
and it just said life is like a pimple. Life is like a cup of tea, and life is like hair stuck in a necklace. And then it just says in parentheses, life is like a pimple because picking at things makes them worse and leaves a scar. That makes sense. Life is like a cup of tea because it's pleasurable at just the right temperature and you always fight to get it to the right one. Uh, Life is like hair stuck in a necklace because something so small can get caught if you ignore it, and something so seemingly simple to break takes a lot of effort to remove if you aren't careful. So there's your fun facts for the days. My kids, don't get your hair stuck in your necklaces and don't pick your pimples.
I'm like, I have no words, honestly. Like,
for metaphors.
the amount of abstractness you have is just so fucking amazing. Oh,
Thank you. I used to think this is why I was like, no, I wouldn't say I was dumb as a child, because like I got good grades and stuff. I just really struggled in
yeah.
math and science. Very systemic subjects. I
They're
remember
so
I would cry to my
objective.
dad. Yeah, they're very objective subjects. And like I would zoom past English, zoom past reading, zoom past like any other subject, but science and math always like roadblocked me. And I remember like, oh, you know, like always crying to my dad and being like, oh no, I don't understand anything and stuff like that. And my dad would just be like frustrated. Like, that's the only time I've ever seen my dad frustrated with me, because what he tried to do is he tried to translate math into something artistic. So he would draw the numbers in a certain way, he would draw like the multiplication table in a certain way, and to this day that is still how I see numbers. Like I can't think of adding and multiplying and subtracting in any other way but how my dad has done it, and how my teacher has done it in like the musical way. Like, that's the only way I can remember things. Like, I can't be like, oh yeah, rule number. Obviously, if that's that, you do that. No, I'm like, oh, PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or the exponent song, where it's like, um, if you multiply an exponent with the same base, you add the exponent and keep the same base. For example, and that's like all. That's still how I remember the fucking rules.
Holy shit.
And I was really like, oh my gosh, dad, I'm like actually so like dumb at math. And he's just like, nah, your brain just works differently. And then like I remember recently my mom and I, we were having deep talks, and my mom and I have like the weirdest relationship in that we love each other deeply, but we also like spite each other and fight each other so intensely, which I think is common for a lot of moms and daughters. But like one time we were just talking, this has really changed my like perspective of her. Like we were just talking and she was just like, sometimes I think I'm dumb. Like I really don't feel like I'm the smart person in the family. Like I feel like maybe people don't respect me because of that. And that's the moment where like it clicked to me that like my mom and I are the same person. Like we look at problems the same way. We don't do things systematically. We like take our own route and memorize things in our own way. And I remember telling her like, I don't think I would never in the world say that you are dumb or not smart or stupid or whatever you want to call yourself. I think you and I are the same, and I wouldn't call myself dumb. I think our brains just work different. And like that was a good moment with her. Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow, that's a lot to take in. Everything's a lot to take in.
I'm so
Like this,
sorry.
this whole podcast.
I'm so sorry.
I have so much to think about before I sleep.
I'm so sorry. But I mean,
This is like my real introduction to like true existentialism.
you're welcome. Welcome to my world. Does anything really matter? If anything matters, do I matter? Oh shit, fuck. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get through Monday.
You know what really fucked me up?
Mm.
You like history?
Oh yeah, sure.
I don't know why I thought of it, but like, okay, so there's like, the big three, right? Like Socrates,
Mm.
Aristotle, Plato,
Mm.
right?
Yes. And how they're all related to each other.
Yeah, but there's a fourth one,
Who is this?
uh, Alexander the Great, who learned from all three of
Oh yeah!
them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah!
right. He just used this brain to fuck the rest of the world up, and to
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like I don't know how to say it, but like he used like a philosopher brain differently from the three of them to make.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh my god, he used a philosopher brain
yeah,
with a conquestor heart. I wouldn't say heart, I would just say motivation.
yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
if you give a power hungry man knowledge, he's just going to use it to gain more power. That's just
yeah,
how it is. And you can't deny that Alexander the Great had one of the greatest empires and everything. And I think that is what happens. Either knowledge is used to pass on knowledge, or knowledge is used against um, its own people. And I mean, like,
yeah.
that is what it is. Balance.
I know.
And that's why most monks are just high IDK. Monk propaganda.
So you were with a monk before, right?
Shh. We don't need the world to know this happened.
I
We don't need to
can neither confirm nor
expose.
deny.
I can neither confirm nor deny that this may be where my obsession with monks stemmed from. I'm kidding, it didn't. It didn't.
It's just a question. It's just a question. It's not. No, it doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Actually, I've never talked to a boy in my life. Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. This is my first encounter with anyone of the male species.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so trippy how you came,
Mm.
you're from Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Like no wonder, because like that's where Kanye's from. And
Please, I'm not. Chance is from there.
yeah,
Obama's
right there.
from there. Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham
Let's recognize the true greats.
John C was there.
I'm trying to think of like great people that came from Chicago. A lot of people came from Chicago. The current Snowpiercer takes place in Chicago.
Oh really?
That's where the main characters are from. Yeah, and I respect
Oh,
that. I love it anytime someone's from Chicago.
Chi-Town. It's fucking cool.
Chi-Town. But I think it's really weird because like all of the experiences that kind of molded me into who I am, I think it would have happened wherever. Because a lot of them came from because I'm very close with my family.
Yeah.
I'm an only child, right? So I feel
Uh,
like no matter where my mom and dad is, that's the type of person they would have created. I do, however, have a theory that if I had stayed here in the Philippines, I would have been like an awful person, probably. Just because, like, I'm sure I would not have listened to my dad at all.
You're such a
But
fucking good
fuck
person.
that philosophy. Nah, let's go
No.
out. And there goes my formative years passing me by.
Do you think the environment of Chicago has molded you as a writer? Like, you know, the
Yes.
winters, the falls, the springs.
Yes. I definitely think so because winter, I actually had sad, seasonal affective depression. So like winter brewed my best pieces because it was so fucking cold in Chicago all the time. And it was just kind of like, how do you not think of torturous metaphors when you're freezing on your way to church? Like, come on, that's like so rich on its own. But yeah, I definitely think so, and not because of the weather. I think the reason why Chicago formed me into the writer that I am is because of that writing program, because of that teacher, and then because of my sophomore year English teacher. And I know she literally said, I know it's a common trope in movies for the English teacher to change your life, but I'm not here to change your life. She changed my life.
Some freedom writer.
Um, right. And she definitely changed my life. She introduced me to my favorite writer, Sherman Alexie. She's the person that told me that I could be a poet. She's the one that had me audition for the slam poetry team in our school. She was the coach for the slam poetry team in our school, so I got in. And then, actually, not a lot of people know this, but I wasn't consecutively in the slam poetry team in my school. I was actually, I actually failed an audition 1 year because my writing wasn't good enough because I was being complacent. And she was telling me, like, you can't expect your one piece to speak for you. You got to make sure that every piece um, is something that you would want to perform and something that you would use in a competition, not against yourself, or not against like people, but like yourself. And I was like, well, dang, okay, well, you didn't need to kick me off the team 1 year for that. And in that year, I became a better writer, and then I came back, and it was great. And then now I'm here in all these poetry groups. So yeah, I think without that, and also like the fact that my friends and I before we would go to we would get like we would go get cubanos
Yeah.
and then go to the park and just look at nature and write. And we go to the Chicago Cultural Center, which was free. We would just hang out and look at the pieces and just appreciate art and like stuff. Like, I think if I didn't have that environment, I would not be as much of an artist as I am, for sure. What about you?
So that shit you said
What?
about developing your body of work,
Mm,
like I knew it was important, but like you made it very clear to me why it's important to have so much under your belt.
yes, good stuff. To have good stuff under your belt.
Yeah. To have-
I think it's not just for uh the people to like it more, for the next person to think your next piece is the best piece. I think the whole point of having good stuff under your belt is because, like, when you're old and you look back at your pieces, do you want to think, oh man, I was so profound at that age? Or do you want to be like, wow, I really just wrote to write, didn't I? Like, like I never want to look at my art and be like, oh, I just did that so that I could get the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
metaphorical point, the free throw point, whatever sports reference works in that department.
Wait, that fucked me up.
Oh, why?
Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I don't know. I'm like absorbing it.
But also alternatively, I would like to say that whole phrase of art for the sake of art, like how some people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that. No, I think like art for the sake of art is how you should be doing things. Like you should, or that like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna draw just because you want to draw, then just draw. Like not every. Oh my God! Wait, that's something in my journal. I love every excuse to show my journal. Hold up. He's Anyways, let me find the
I
piece.
love it. I fucking love that journal.
So this piece
Yeah.
I really liked, right? And the next piece afterwards, it was kind of me contemplating something because this page was so ugly, and it gave me so much anxiety that it was ugly, and I
Yes.
ended up writing like, um, this page is actually here to taunt you. There are parts of you that may beg for blank space, some sort of reprieve from all this chaos. Well, that would be a prayer for a much kinder God, now wouldn't it? So I will continue to exist, though your skin crawls at the thought of it, and I will continue to torture you with this entry like idle writings on the back of a napkin at a restaurant you don't remember the name of. And then to that, I responded and I said, to this entry, I say, I allowed you to exist in your chaos and covered you up just as quick. That is power, godless or not. This is a reminder to never feed into my negativity. Also, I want to remind you that not every page here needs to be beautiful for it to matter. And that's for life in general, too.
What the fuck?
The title of the first entry, the one I responded to, is called This Entry is Here to Torture You.
Are
And
you
that
a
was written.
perfectionist in what you write?
Um,
Like, do you feel that pressure?
yeah,
Yeah.
sort of. Super. I feel like I get frustrated when I can't explain it properly. I definitely feel frustrated when it feels like I'm rambling. I definitely think so. That's why, like, because the part that I said, this entry is here to torture you,
Yeah.
that was originally written here, and I hated how ugly it looked, so I covered it up with this page, which is a mental health dedicated page, and then I rewrote it so I could remember how cruel I can be. And then I responded it to say, I just really like the part, I allowed you to exist in your chaos and covered you up just as quick. That
Yeah.
is power.
Yeah.
Godless not. Yeah. And then this was for that. I do think I'm a perfectionist in my writing, but I think that's why I like my journal, because I don't correct it, or if I do, I cover it up and it's still there. Because I think, like, when you're typing, you can just change it right away. But when you're writing, like, physically, it's good to see the errors because there might be something hidden there where it's scratched out, or there could be nothing, and you could just be like, oh, I'm never gonna use that metaphor again because that's wrong. I don't know.
That made so much sense.
It did? Oh my God! I thought I was rambling again.
Holy fuck.
But yeah, I think for the perfectionists out there whose brains work in like a weird LSD kaleidoscope mess like mine, um, be a perfectionist in somewhere where you can change it immediately, and then be exactly who you are on something that'll leave an imprint and that you can't change, and that it can stay there, because it is good to know the times when you were human. Just period. Not the product of something, just the human first draft of something.
How do you come up with this?
I don't know, man. I dated a monk. My dad was basically a monk as well. So, but yeah, I think that's, I don't know. I think it's because my dad does that. He writes everything. My mom also does that. She writes everything down. Oh my God, I think it's because my mom and my dad are both ends of that. My dad writes everything down in a notebook, but if it's not perfect, he'll rip it out and start over again. My mom writes everything down in a notebook, and you have no idea what she is saying.
Why? How messy is it?
Like, oh my God, if I could find it. It's literally just random words, and she keeps them. Like, I look through her boxes and she won't let me throw them away because I'm such like, I really want to keep the house clean and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, And she keeps like receipts. She keeps old receipts from like 1994. I'm like, what are you going to do with this? Who cares what you bought at a convenience store in 1994? What tax deduction are you going to gain from this, right? And then like she has like those little small like telephone books,
Yeah.
and none of it has contacts in it at all. Every page is just like a random thought she had or something that she's supposed to remember but completely forgot. And it's
Oh.
that's me. That's my mom. And that's why I always tell my mom, like, never ever get mad at yourself for how you work, because I work the same way. But then I also get scared because I'm like, oh my gosh, one day I'm gonna end up like that, like with contact books filled with pointless notes.
Can you save
Okay,
one?
now huh?
Can you save one receipt and frame it?
Okay. I actually have. Or I keep it in a box here.
Damn, that's so cool.
I also kept her old credit card. I don't think I should show this, but I'm gonna cover it up. This is very old. It's from when we lived in New York. This is why I kept it, because look at it. Right? Isn't that so cute? And then I kept my old debit card, but it's cut up into pieces. But this is the first debit card I ever made when I made money. That was a good day.
How old were you?
Huh?
How old were you?
My first debit card, I was 16 years old. Yeah, what else is in here? Oh, this pin. Somebody just gave it to me. It's just pretty.
No one's allowed to be that
He
interested.
was like, no, I'm really not. I'm an only child that only listens to Taylor Swift and musicals. I just collect things like a little weirdo. And dude, I swear, it's all about experiences. I know it sounds like weird and cheap, but it's also about, not like I'm saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna travel and I'm gonna pay for the experience. Like, no, like I mean like every day has to be an experience. Like every day has to have something that you would one day tell your grandchildren, with like a halo behind you and like angelic music pouring down on the audience. Be like, on Friday, what is it? August 7, I ate cereal for breakfast, and the pour of the milk reminded me of your baptism. I don't know, some shit like that. Like every day's gotta be like that. Even if, and I think that's why I get anxious, is because sometimes days are just normal, and that makes me feel weird. And it makes me feel uneasy. I don't know. Or sometimes days are so chaotic, because I'm such a chaotic person sometimes. And I'm just like, well, I'm in this situation. What the heck am I gonna do now? And that's it. Welcome to my brain.
Dude, I love how we thought the same way, but we had um two different approaches of it. Because wait,
Yeah.
give me 1 second.
Oh my
Because
gosh, yes.
I did not prepare for this.
The honesty. While Zan is getting his thing, I'll just show you this page. This is a cool page. Intermission, story time. This page was when I bought crystals. This page was after I bought crystals. I was just entertaining the camera while you went away.
I have this.
Oh,
This
that
is
looks
for my
like
grace.
Oh my god. I'm obsessed with that.
I am gonna
I
be
also
I am
I
gonna
love it.
make sure my grandkids are gonna be fucking jealous of my,
Yes.
because I'm so much cooler than them.
Yes.
Fuck those kids.
You are. Fuck
Yeah.
those kids.
Fuck those, oh,
They're holograms. I hope your grandkids see this and they just see, oh, Tita Chat. What a bitch.
it's Tita Cha. You're in here. But yeah,
Oh,
there's like pictures of people, and I
oh,
like
Ella.
Ella, yeah, and
Oh, I love that.
Paul's here.
Oh, babies. I really think, yeah, that is how life should be. Oh
Yeah,
my god, Zan, I'm gonna show you something. Hold up.
yes, go.
Oh my god. Ah, crap. This is a small amount of it, because I lost some things and some things are stuck in the move. This is the wall. This is the wall of the things. This is what I look at when I work. There are a bunch of pictures, Polaroids, everything. Memories, you know? And I think, yeah, I think that's how life should be. I really think, like, you know, like if you take a photo, you gotta print it, right?
Yes. Fuck.
Yes. Stand that. I love that. I love that. Hold up, shit. Hold up. I agree. Look, actually,
Yeah.
hold up. Let me pull some of these photos, credit cards. This is my friend Vic. She kind of looks like a janitor, so I took a picture of it. I thought it was cool. Oh my God, Zan, I'm so happy you do this. Your legacy. I already knew you did this. I already knew you did this. Actually, you inspired me to kind of print more pictures. Cause like remember when we what was it? When we went to Black Market, right? And like you were taking a bunch of pics and stuff, and then you edited them and everything. Like half the way I edit photos is kind of impacted by that.
No way.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
you did that.
Dude.
Oh my God.
This is so cool.
I am so happy. I'm literally so happy that you do that.
I know.
Wait. I'm gonna get something because I really want you to see this. This is because I feel like especially if anybody, like any of my friends, based off of hearing how like my mom and I talk to each other, they must think, oh man, she's just like too chill with her mom, or maybe she's just not that nice to her mom. I gotta show this to the haters. I'm kidding. 1 second. Let me just. I also am in pajamas.
Okay, I'll have an intermission like you. There's this picture. It's Kat. I think she's gonna be in the podcast.
Gorgeous!
And,
Gorgeous!
Oh, here.
Still here.
What are you gonna get?
It was this. It was right there. It was hanging right there.
Oh.
I think, yeah, it's my Johnny Cash record. And it's also a mirror.
I collect records too.
No, Zan, mine isn't as good as yours. It's literally Johnny Cash and Barbra Streisand.
Barbra Streisand.
I love Barbra. I made this for my mom.
Yeah.
And it was
Is it a book?
Yes, this was December 15, 2016. And it says Mama, and on the back it's me in a bandana. And it was for her. My artist statement said, "Thank you for everything, for making me a God-fearing daughter, for loving me, for being you. You're the best in everything you do, just to make me into a beautiful human. I love you, Mama." And then I put a letter that I would have given to my grandpa with some pictures of him because he died. And us in action. And then old pictures of my dad and my mom and me. And a lot. Like, this is a lot. Like, this is a lot. This is actually genuinely a lot of pictures and papers and stuff. These are all of our lunch dates in that year. Because we have a lot. We have a lunch date every weekend. My Lola, who for the time, I'd only seen her that time because before. And then I asked all of her friends to send me pictures of them. And hold up. I'll go through this quickly.
Yeah.
Just me and my mom. I had orange hair.
Orange hair. Whoa.
Yeah. What a dork. Oh my God, this was me blonde. Oh, ew.
Whoa, where's your bangs?
No, we're not showing that. The last pic.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And that was it. This is like my favorite thing that I've ever made for my mom. And I don't know. I'm glad she kept it safe and sound. Because she lost my DVD collection and my Polaroid collection. So at least she kept this safe.
Polaroid collection?
Yeah, like I had like a lot. My whole room was filled with Polaroids in Chicago. It was like it was a more empowered version of that wall I showed you. It was like the whole wall. And it was all art and Polaroids and postcards and just little things that I thought were pretty. And I had them all in a box and I have no idea where they are. I'm so sad. That was to make my grandchildren feel bad that they weren't me, even though I wasn't cool in the States.
Dude, you gotta find it. You gotta fucking find it.
I gotta find it. I'm gonna look for it. Oh my God. Okay. I thought it was 10:56. Just checking. Because I'm like scrambling to write a poem as well.
Dude, you make me want to write.
Scam your way into writing. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Scam your way to it.
Scam your way into everything you love. I feel like if you love something enough, you can scam your way into it. This does not to all people. This does not apply to humans. Do not scam your way into a human's heart. That's just the talented Mr. Ripley. But yeah, I am so happy, that like, I remember when you brought this up, I was so happy that you also look at life this way, because I always thought it like it was just me and like a handful. Now I have another little clump to add to my handful of people that think this way. I think it's nice because then I can ramble and I don't sound like a crackhead or something.
Yeah, and like
yeah, exactly. You get it too. It's not just like
yeah, it's like hearing my own mind speak, because like of all the I don't know how to explain it. It's like a mosaic of like books that don't relate to each other, but I don't know. You can finish that.
a mosaic of books that don't relate to each other.
Of pages from
Yeah.
books. Yeah, yeah.
A mosaic of pages from books that don't relate to each other, and yet they create the same story.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to think of something more profound than using the word story, but like, I feel, yeah, I agree with that. I think it's also like, well, I really think that is how life is.
Yeah.
It's like equating kind of like, the dissimilar to the similar, like you said.
Yeah. You're so cool.
Just please, no, nobody thinks I'm cool. Except me!
You're cool. You're so cool.
I'm touched. I am so touched that someone, my cousin jokes. He literally says, like, he goes like, oh, every time I tell him, like, oh yeah, I did this back in Chicago. Oh, back when you were a loser. I was like, yes, back when I was a loser. Thank you, asshole. He's right though. All I ever did in Chicago was like go to museums and go home and watch like Young Justice or yeah, that was my favorite TV show. I have the shirt somewhere. It's like my prized possession, but I don't know where it is. I don't know where half of my prized possessions are.
Okay, to conclude this.
Yeah.
Who is that one person from Chicago you don't talk to, but still like impacted you till this day?
What do you mean you don't talk to? Like we're not friends anymore?
Like you just drifted apart because it'd be like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say this was a negative drifting apart. I think it was just because we both got really busy and then we didn't have enough time to talk to each other anymore. But I have her safe in my heart. And I have the other half of our best friend necklace here. She's my best friend in Chicago. She's still my best friend in Chicago. I love her to bits. I just, we don't get to talk. We used to talk every day, all the time. But yeah, I understand, we got busy and then we had different priorities. And I keep her here. She is my best friend. Her name is Jordan. We grew up together from kindergarten until the day I left. That's her here.
Yeah.
And everything that I am is because of her. She's the best friend that told me about the writing thing. She is the best friend that would go attend my underground spoken word competitions. Everything about her bled into me, and I'm so glad because she is such a beautiful person. And if I can even have a small remnant of who she is in who I am, then I am very excited to create that legacy as well. I love her to bits. We're just really busy, so we haven't had time to talk to each other in a while. But I love her. She's a very big part of me.
Yeah.
So I miss you, Jordan. Message me, bitch. I'm gonna send this to her after.
Yes, please.
I
If
will.
you if you were to snap one of your sculptors out of existence, who would it be and how would that fuck you up?
If I were to snap one of my sculptors out of existence, it would. I don't actually. I've talked about this. I would not get rid of anybody. I am so thankful for everybody, even if they fucked up my life or even
Yeah.
if they weren't awesome. And I feel like if I were to snap the specific person in my head, I would not be who I am right now. Period. Like my writing would suck probably. My ability to go deeper into metaphors in society would probably not be as profound because when I was like associated with this person, I definitely unlocked a new part of myself that I was able to both create in poetry and then subsequently dismantle in poetry. And I think the dismantling really led to me becoming the person that I am now. I really love that. So no, I wouldn't get rid of that person either. if I did, I'd really be fucked up. I don't think I'd be as emotionally uh mature as I am right now.
This is so
Do I
great.
don't
Dude. You thought
these are
about
all
this question. That's how
no.
insane we are.
We were both just like, oh shit, that's something someone might ask one day. So here's what I will say. What about you? What's your answer to your own question? Your wrapping up question.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, would you? Would you actually snap this person, this sculptor out of your life? I'm okay with mine. Like,
I'm
stay
okay with
there. Thank
not.
you.
Yeah, I'm okay with with keeping everyone.
Right?
But like if I was held at gunpoint, uh like a fucking mugger comes with you with an infinity gauntlet. Snap one out of existence, goddamn.
Right now. But then you have to ask. You're just like, wait, if I snap them out of existence, are their past actions going to impact what happens to me now, or is their existence just from this point on snapped out?
No, like
Oh,
everything in your
just
past.
in general, like it's like Hermione, like they really like erased her from existence,
Yeah,
like she was never in her family's life,
the contributions.
like that. Oh my gosh. At gunpoint, I don't think
Yeah,
I'd do it. I'd get shot. I'd just be like, nah. Because then what's the point? I'm gonna just end up being a different person anyway. Might as well have shot me because this version of me will no longer live after this one leaves. Whoa, that's a good line. Shit, hold up.
write it down, write it down. Write it down, write it down.
No, I'm really glad that we had this conversation because I was actually having like I was getting anxious kind of at the thought that, there's a possibility that there are so many versions of me that no longer exist to me or that I have grown from that people still associate with me. And that really made me so uncomfortable for a second because I was just like, how can I change that? And then I realized like that kind of ties the idea that my value lies in the perception of other people and I can't control that shit. Well, why would I ever let that impact me?
You're making it so hard right now to find a perfect trailer for this fucking video.
Can you just have a monk meditating for just like
A minute.
20 seconds? Oh, and that's it. That's all we need for context. Be like, nobody was high in the making of this video, but you sure damn well would think they are.
Dude, you fucked
But
up. You
yeah.
fucked up my mind.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I just rambled. Again, I would like to apologize to the writing community. I know who Ernest Hemingway is.
I'm gonna change your nickname since you're from Chi Town. I'm not.
No, I
I'm
love.
not gonna. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. But like,
Okay. Okay. Wait. You know what? You didn't answer your question. What would happen if you snapped that person out?
huh? Wait. Fuck. Like if I really had to. If I
Yeah. Like,
really,
just what would happen?
yeah. I really hate saying this, but like, so there's this Irish guy that my uncle brought. His name was Emmett.
Oh, is this the drunk one?
The drunk, yeah, the drunk Irish guy. He helped me play soccer, and he taught me how to play the guitar.
Okay.
Like, if I snapped them out of existence, I would have been like, I wouldn't have been sporty and athletic and musical. Wait, but that would have fucked up my body. Wait, if I snapped a Japanese girl, I wouldn't have been arts. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. I would not snap a single person out of my life.
I know, but
Period.
like, I'm assuming like I have no choice.
Oh my god, if we have no choice and I have to like pick a random person,
Yeah.
I would just snap away like the random lady at church because like there were other random ladies like her. Like, her story ain't special. I'm kidding. Sorry, God. Right. Just pick a random person. Pick the they had to be a sculptor though. That's why. That's the thing.
Be a sculptor.
They can't but see that's the thing. They can't have sculpted you without them leaving an impact. So if you get rid of them, they leave an impact.
No,
Like,
no, no. Like that impact gets removed too.
yeah, that absence is gonna be felt. But then
No,
again,
no,
if you
you'll
snap them
never
out of
know that it was there in the first place.
well, oh shit. Well then now what?
So
I don't think I would like whoever I am without any of the people in my life. I'm so happy for literally everybody.
what the fuck?
Yeah, literally. I'm a Scorpio, and I said that. I'm happy for literally everybody in my life.
Okay.
Fuck, no. Who would I get rid of? Fuck, no. Why do we let people impact us so deeply?
I'm having such a crisis right now.
Right? Me too. I'm literally going like, was there a single person that like didn't change me? Why do I keep letting people change me?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Dude.
Ah,
Yes.
no, fuck. I can't think of. I'm gonna snap away my next sculptor, but no, I want to see what I become.
I want
Everyone works. Literally everyone works.
everyone works.
Dang it. What type of community is this? Everyone's contributed something.
I know.
What type of utilitarian society is in our brain? I'm seriously stumped again. Like, I'm really thinking about it this time.
Yeah.
I stand by my stance that I would not snap anyone. And if I had to, I don't
If
think
I-
I would. I would snap myself. I repeat my statement. I would snap myself.
Shit.
What about you? I really feel like your world is just like flashing in front of your eyes at like 20 times speed right now.
My mind's so fucked.
I'm so sorry.
Why did I ask the question?
You asked it. I was about to ask it back. And then it's just like the last like 30 minutes of this are just us going like,
Just silence.
holy crap.
I get, yeah, fucking, I'll snap myself.
Right. Right. But then, what about the people we impacted?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Thanos really is evil. That's the conclusion. That is the thesis of our of this discussion today. Thasus. Thanos is really evil.
Wait, can I say, like, I love how we took the easy way out, and then we realized it was like the hard.
What's wrong? Fuck. I really like fucked right now. Could I snap the person that held me at gunpoint?
Huh? He's not a sculptor. He's not a sculptor.
How can you say that though? Because isn't this moment profoundly impacting my worldviews right at this very moment?
Oh fuck
Mm.
off.
I could be like both my flaw and also my what is the word? What's the word? My what's the word? Side thing, like my way out.
Yeah.
My flaw and my exception, my flaw and my ex machina
Ex
is the sheer fact that I am affected by everything.
the
So
plot
there's no
hole
way this
and
is
the ex machina.
the plot hole. Thank you. The plot hole of the ex machina of this is that I am affected by everything. So gunman, I choose you. And then the gunman is like, I'm God. Oh fuck.
Damn it.
Gosh.
Okay. Final thing for the viewers.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You guys have to
Final.
answer this question. Put it in the comments, and you can't pick the gunman.
Yes. Because he's probably God.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
That's all. Thanks.
Do you want to tell them to like, comment, and subscribe, or
Yeah, I
okay,
think
go.
you guys should like, should comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And honestly, you guys are lucky we're getting this content from Xandro for free because he's really working hard on this. I'm proud. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for coming.
Always. I'm so glad. This is so cute. Okay.
I know. This is sponsored by Audible.com and Wix.com.
This is sponsored by
Rage
Audible.com.
By PewDiePie, G Fuel. Good.